They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Buffalo Bills. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. John Hightower now from his end zone. Got a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the gun, it's Wilson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. First carry for the former Tar Heel, Michael Carter. And now Carter going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Back deep is Micah Hyde. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Mayfield on 1st down. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Uchenna got the sack there.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. That's good for 28 yards. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now Wilson. A throw to the flat for Carter. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bills will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Mayfield now from the 50. And he fires one incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They go with Chubb on second down, and that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They go play action. Mayfield. He hits Beasley right side. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. From the red zone now, Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. Not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Throwing, Mayfield. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills have taken the early lead. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really haven't. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. Get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Uncorks one for Davis. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run with Chubb. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. To throw, Mayfield. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a third and goal. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
Third and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
The kick by Bass is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He's going to look deep for more. And this one is incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now it's Wilson. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he gets it down to the 32. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Mayfield. And he's got his man here, Beasley. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. At their own 18-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Coming to you, coming to you.
To throw is Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Wilson will throw again. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 17-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 14. And now the rookie's free. Past the 20. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And a rout is on here in this 1st half. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick six. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As we've seen, their first two drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
Second and 10. Now Wilson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Ed Oliver that time the one to get in there and bring him down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5 all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. 49's the mic, watch 49.
Play action. Now Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
And some play callers, when they go into games, they don't mind calling a lot of screens, and they don't care what down. They were maybe 1 block away from really having something there to start this drive. Good job defensively to cut through the blockers and make the tackle on the screen, or that could have gone for maybe 15 or 20 yards.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. From the gun, Mayfield. Out to the left, he's got his tight end, Knox. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Flushed out right. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills continue to pour it on. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. John Hightower now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. At their own 17-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust? And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 20, and he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. John Hightower now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here taken in by Gesicki. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. Here's Wilson. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. Uncorks one for Davis. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college. So sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. Open man is Marquez Stevenson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now this throw caught left side, and down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. Chubb again. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Chubb. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Nick Chubb. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Ed Oliver able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. He's going to look deep for more. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Here we go. 49. 49's the mic. 49's the mic.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Watch QB jump. Watch QB jump. 49's the mic. Watch 49.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
Watch the edge.
Hey, alert!
They run it again with Chubb. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Mike, 49. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Pistol.
49's the mic. 49's the mic.
Play fake. Mayfield. Staying on his feet. And this is going to be incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him. An incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Mayfield now. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the Jets are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. He's going to look deep for more. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw again on second down, Wilson. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. At the 20-yard line. They go play action. Mayfield. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. 30. 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. What a play. The big man comes up with the interception. Puts together, Charles, a nice little return, too.
Yeah, he's not going to make anybody forget Darrell Green or Rod Woodson, but look at him lug that thing. He decided it was his. A lot of people might have thought about lateraling it there. No shot. Trying to take it the distance.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Ed Oliver in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. And my goodness, another interception. Able to get there and pick it. And the Bills are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player? Bye-bye, Beasley. The 30. 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Bass on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down at the 2-yard line. What a disaster there.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But
and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Knox. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, this has been a bit of a tough game to figure out when it comes to him throwing the football. He's got the 3 touchdown passes, but now, Charles, this is a 3rd interception.
And those aren't really numbers that you'd like to see balance out. In a normal ledger sheet, if you can balance everything, you feel good about your day. But as a quarterback, You need your ratio to be more like 3 touchdown passes to 1 interception.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Here we go. 8-3. Let's go.
One last shot for Wilson. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. An extra point by Nagar is up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often... I'm ready for more. You fired up on